Weird.
We can't all make declarations of hatred at the same time. Hi, everybody.
There are dozens of us. Dozens!
你好中国，比较西纳，我爱更尊重中。Shield up. There's nothing sacred.
Now, wait a Olsen, help me up onto his casket so I can dance on it.
I don't care.
But how did you ever find us?
Oh, easy. We just read the screenplay you left us.
And Hispanic people, too.
Globe gold! Globe gold! Globe gold!
You get nothing! You lose! Good day, sir!
I'll have you. Everything is sexist. Everything is racist. Everything is homophobic. And you have to point it all out.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
Huh? Zappuccino.
All right, it is Thursday night in Tooney Town, and that can only mean one thing. It is time for my favorite night of the week, guys, because it is time for Tooney Talk TV. Folks, my name is Marvin, and I am the Movie Monster, and I am thrilled to welcome you guys back to another week of pop culture discussions. And I mean, really, this degenerates into just whatever we want to talk about at the moment. So tonight, if we get to $300 worth of super chats, I will gift 15 Tooney Town TV memberships. So we will try to turn that chat green. Thank you to everyone who's filtering in at the moment. Can't wait to get started. But guys, I can't do this alone. I need the best team ever assembled in the history of pop culture. I need the Tooney Town Titans.
Titans, go!
Trish, ladies and gentlemen, it is she, the dame with one name. It's just Trish.
I like that because it rhymes. Rhyming and alliteration will get me every time.
I thought of that the other day, and I was like, I can't wait to use that.
I like it.
I really like that.
Doesn't take much.
I was originally trying to make broad work, but you know,
it's hard.
I like that term.
I do.
So
broad.
Yeah.
How you doing, Marv? How you doing?
I'm doing all right. It's been a crazy busy week. I'm trying to keep this a Jimmy Kimmel free zone tonight.
Please do.
I had one story that was sort of like Kimmel adjacent, but I think I'm gonna just skim the surface of it because it's really more about Bob Iger and Michael Eisner.
Okay, because I could do without. I'm so sick of hearing about Jimmy Kimmel.
Girl, I mean, you could do without it. I've been covering it nonstop for the last.
Yeah, really.
It has been like absolutely insane. But we are, it's not just the two of us tonight. We do still have the rest of our wonderful panel. So let's bring them out. It's Lorne.
I cannot help but notice that we're a little short of Tooney Town Titans.
We are a little short. So Kevin says if he makes it tonight, it'll be probably in the 9 o'clock hour. But he is definitely back next week. He assured us. And Nolan is running late, and I am not 100% sure on where Martin is. So it's going to be the three. Well, not really Musketeers, or more Caballeros.
I was going to say Amigos.
Okay, we could be three Amigos. I like that. But you're an amiga.
It's all right. I'm not uptight about it. That's
The
fine.
Amiga, unfortunately, was discontinued several decades ago.
What was?
The Amiga.
Oh my goodness.
He's making
all
a
right.
joke I don't get.
Yeah, I don't
It
get
just
it
went,
either.
phew, right over
Yep.
my head.
It was a type of computer that was considered superior for gaming because of its graphical performance, yet it did not survive.
Wow.
Was it? Like, would it have been? Do you know?
Probably so. It was actually, I had a friend that had one. I never actually got to run one myself. I'm really curious about it, but it was a really popular platform from, I think it was probably early to mid 90s all the way up until maybe 2000.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, I know. I'm an old guy. It was built on I think it was Commodore that put them out. So yeah, we're going back a ways.
Well, guys, you can all thank Lauren for that bit of new information.
Thank you, Lauren.
Well done. I see what you're doing.
Yep.
So cheap, but he went for it.
No, I know. I had to. So, guys, this is a show made for you and financed by you. We count on your generous super chats to keep the lights on around here. So, as we go along with the show, we like to read out what you have to say. We do break for super chats of $50 or more. So, if you send in $50 super chat or more, or gift 10 memberships or more, we stop to acknowledge you pretty much no matter what we're doing. If we're in the middle of a Kevin Apollo story, which they tend to go for a while, so I will cut him off. So. But let's see what you guys have to say. Liquid Fox checking in, member for 12 months. Says, happy 12 months of having your 5th favorite chatter as a member. What? You think I'm going to put myself above Big Booty Bees, Regina, Erica, and Ewan? That would make me a liar. Shame that I'm a newfie, though. Right, Marv? Are you really a newfie? Because if you're a newfie, then I have to read your super chats in a completely different way. Like, oh, yeah, happy 12 months of having your 5th favorite chatter as a member there, eh? Oh, what? You think I'm going to put myself above Big Booty Bees, Regina, Erica, and Ewan? I'd make me a liar, eh? Shame that I'm a newfie, though, right, Marv?
Now do Newfie Bane.
Liquid Fox
Please.
for $50 Canadian says, here you go, and great. Think of me when you're having the best stream of your life. LOL, joking aside, here's to another year of laughs with you guys on the panel and in the chat, eh? Hashtag Team Marv, Martin, Nolan, Trish, Apollo, Lauren. Hashtag Team Chat. Hashtag Tooney Town TV. Thank you, Liquid Fox.
That one hashtag is very telling.
So it goes Marv, Martin, Nolan, Trish, Apollo, Lauren.
Mm-hmm. Interesting, Liquid Fox. Interesting.
That is interesting that you guys are like so far down there. I was actually planning on reworking the intro title card to have everybody in it. Because like it just has me, you, and Kevin in it, and I'm like, well, the show has evolved far beyond that. It was because the original concept was like, you know, it was originally just Kevin and I, and then it was me, you, and Kevin. It was just like everybody else who wanted to come in, but we have established such a core group that is so essential to the show that, you know, I think we have to have everybody in it.
Lauren, Nolan, and Martin are not allowed to leave now. They're hostages, basically.
Well, they're signed for life.
I came once and just never left.
you were here for one of the first ones, I think.
Yeah, I think it was your second show, and it's
something like that.
I didn't really ask. I just sort of moved in. So thanks.
Well,
thanks
I remember I was really nervous to ask you.
Well, you should have been. I'm a big celebrity.
Well, no, because you were like my favorite panel. Like as I watched the pro show before I was on the pro show, and you were like my favorite panelist, and I was like, oh my gosh, like if I can get Lauren on the show, it'd be huge. But the audience was so small at the time, I was like, I don't want to waste his time. But then I sacked up and asked you. So.
Well, look, it's like this is some inside baseball for you out in the chat, but the first time that he came on a panel on Pro's show, we ended up getting into a bit of a tiff about some Star Wars lore. And the next day, we ended up texting each other about the minutia of the Sith Empire. And after that, it's like, all right, well, I guess I'm going on the stream then.
Yeah, no, like that was when I first got the invite to go on the pro show. I was like, man, I know the second Lauren and I can connect, it's going to be like, we are going to be able to really dive deep into some Star Wars lore stuff. And I think you and I should maybe do more of that, like maybe like as a member exclusive or something like that. Like we just kind of dive into like different EU characters or things like that.
It's like that first time we connect, it's going to get weird. It's like there's going to be scraps of clothing that end up all over the place. It's like there's baby oil involved, possibly a bag of flour.
It's not that kind of. It's not a freak off. We're not having a
party.
Yeah, we're not doing the freak off.
Well, we know who the Diddy is in the group, apparently, Lorne.
Honestly, though, it's like originally that was kind of the direction that I was hoping to take the Lorne and Apollo show, was deep dives into lore and focusing on things like Star Wars and indie. But it's like nobody cares anymore. So it's like I don't even know if it's worth talking about now.
Disney ruined it for you.
They did.
Martin in the chat. What did I just step into?
Hello, Martin Stone.
Hi. Hello.
Martin, I remember you were the first person from the That Park Place atmosphere that came on the show, because you were on the first episode. I remember I put the link like in just the like a general group chat that we all had, and you didn't even tell me you were going to be there. You just showed up, and I was like, oh man, Martin's here. Like, that's so awesome. We had a great it was awesome.
Well, you know, it was the first interaction really I saw with you was a couple days before that. You're introducing yourself, and I thought, yeah, I mean, I'd love to be on more of these, and I want to show this guy that we're a welcoming community.
You know what? The TPP family has been the greatest group of people to work with ever, and just everybody around like the pro show, you know, orbit of channels, and it's just absolutely the greatest people I've ever worked with in my life. Like, just, you know, it really, and that's why I hope we can all get together more, because when we all hang out together, it's so much fun. Like Lauren and I, like, how long did we sit there and just dissect the Revenge of the Sith novelization at the table? We were like telling Nolan about it.
Well, there's a couple hours at least, and that is one of those things that I think we could deep dive on, because there's a lot to unpack there and a lot that's nuanced that I think you can take a different read of what happens at the end of Revenge of the Sith, depending on what your personal viewpoint is.
Absolutely. So let's get back to these super chats. GJJ, member for 2 months, sent in a member chat, but did not send in like a chat with it. So GJJ, if you wanted to say something, say it in the chat. Trish, if you see it, could you flag it for me? Just like click the little star next to it. And then you and Cumia for $4.99 says, since nobody else has done it yet, Glom Gold.
Glom Gold! Glom Gold! Glom Gold! Glom Gold!
I have like carpal tunnel, and it's starting to make like my thumb twitch. I hate it. Dragon Queen.
Upright mouse.
What's that?
Have you considered a standing mouse, one of those upright ones?
I never tried that before. Dragon Queen for $2 says, can this 300 have terms and conditions? What are the terms and conditions that you say, Dragon Queen? I'm interested to hear that. Rick Grimm became a member at the Tooney Town tenant level, so welcome to the channel, Rick Grimm. Maddie for $1.99 says, TBP, that broad place, coming soon. Yes, that'll be Trish's new channel.
Yes.
We've also talked about Vash and I doing that cruise place on Morning Magic today, because people were asking us all sorts of questions about cruising, and I was like, this sounds like member content, like for the That Park Place channel. Vash and I doing that cruise place and just answering people's questions about cruising.
I still say we should have a The View competitor with all women called Broadly Speaking.
Oh my gosh, that's perfect.
Yes, I love that.
That's perfect. What would we have to? So what's the dream cast on this? So Trish, obviously, right. But like, you know, maybe like Nat from Nat and the Guy, like maybe Michelle from Force of Light.
Lorena, get Lorena in here.
Lorena would be great for that. Yeah, absolutely. Kara. Yes, Kara. Yeah.
This is making me realize all the panelists I know and all these things are men, because you just named people. I'm like, I don't know who they are.
I've never seen you hang out with another girl, so.
I mean, I do.
I know you do, but like
Not with you
whenever
guys.
we hung out, it was all you and all dudes. So Cannon Barnes, member for 8 months, says, "Hi, panelists. Glad to join in for some fun at Tooney Town TV. We're glad to have you, Cannon Barnes." Funny. So, Cannon Barnes, this is exciting. I got to tell you, I am going to be trying out Hallow Scream at SeaWorld this week. So I will let you know how that is. That is the Halloween event at SeaWorld. I've never done it before. And Cannon Barnes, a big SeaWorld guy. We read that one already. Andre Adams checking in for 20 bones. This is just to let you know, Canadian Bane is my new favorite thing. All right, so I have been thinking about this, guys. You know, you guys super chat in for Glom Gold. You guys can super chat in impression requests. If you want Canadian Bane saying something or any of the other ones that I do, just super chat it in $5 or more, and you can get I will be a prostitute for this.
I want Newfie Bane ordering hot dish.
Ordering a hot dish? Any particular hot dish?
No, that's what it's called. It's called hot dish.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
Okay. Liquid Fox for $2 Canadian says, "Hey, Martin and Nolan don't get enough love." I agree.
They're my boys. You know that.
Yeah, they're like the heart and soul. Mike Glass, member for 4 months. "Have you been watching Supernatural?" He asks. So here's the thing. My wife and I are watching Stranger Things right now to get ready for the final season. And I have to rewatch all of Tulsa King because Tulsa King season 3 just started.
I told you I don't care anymore. I have the chat.
You do.
I don't. I have the chat. Don't forget. Don't start.
I'm gonna watch more of it.
You didn't care.
Well, no, like I realized that Tulsa King is coming out weekly, and I thought it all dropped at once. So I have to slow down on Tulsa King right now because I'm already into season 2. God, that show is so good, though.
I'm gonna hold Trishy Talk in the chat, and it's just gonna be about Supernatural. That's just what I'm gonna do. It's gonna be its own program. Yeah, it's just gonna be its own program.
Trishy Talk TV.
Yeah.
My wife and my oldest are watching Supernatural now, and they stopped just short of Route 666.
Oh, they're about to lap me then.
I mean, come on, that's like the best episode.
So the reason I was late was my son desperately needed pool noodles tonight for a school project tomorrow.
Oh.
So we're driving back, and I asked him, "Hey, you're watching Supernatural with your mom. Have you seen the racist truck yet?" He goes, "The what?" So I asked him which one he was on. It was the one before that. I'm like, okay, well,
we're in for a treat. Yep.
If you have to ask what, you haven't watched the racist truck.
Not to be confused with the racist truck on Ted the series.
Right. You told us about that one.
What a ripoff. That's a ripoff.
Did you see that episode, Martin? That's the best episode.
I haven't. I saw like half of the first episode, and I always intended to go back, but I just never did.
So Maddie, the dad, finds his old like toy truck from when he was a kid, and then he's tired of like all the people being like liberals and like his niece being a liberal in the house and like is constantly coming down on him, and he just wishes he had like another like conservative bro to like go back and forth with and agree with him, and he wishes on a star that the truck would come to life the way they wish Ted to life, and it comes to life. And Seth MacFarlane voices the truck, and it's hysterical. Oh my goodness. They just start griping about Clinton the whole time. It's so funny. Liquid Fox for $5 Canadian says, "Oh, it's okay, Marv. I get it. I'd be mad too if my accent sounded like the Boston accent, like your Jersey boys." Whoa, you go too far, sir. You go too far. We do not. I was on the beautiful island of Bermuda one time, right? I took a cruise there, and I get on a bus, and to go to like Horseshoe Bay Beach, which is this big beach. So I've taken it from King's Wharf, and the other cruise ship that's ported there came out of Boston. And so we're on this bus, and I'm just hearing these people like, "Oh, this sucks!" Wow, they're just being massholes, like the worst of the worst. And like literally, I like made the bus driver stop, and I got out and we walked. I couldn't handle it. All booty bees and bacon with big B's for $2 just says yeet.
What is happening?
That is the head of the Australian lady popping out of the mouth of the girl from K-pop Demon Hunters.
Oh, it's K-pop Demon Hunters. Okay.
Yes.
I'm just like, I'm seeing, and it's New Zealand.
My
I know how they feel.
Hold on one second.
K-pop Demon
Messed
Hunters.
up counting.
It's on the soundtrack, right? What I just sang?
Totally. I don't think it is. I don't think they have a song where they go K-pop Demon Hunters.
We should. I should write for them.
Lauren Connor gifted 5 Tooney Town TV memberships. Oh my goodness.
Now let's talk about that Bane voice.
Yeah, I guess I got it now, don't I? So what, you wanted Canadian Bane ordering hot dish?
Yeah,
yeah.
Oh yeah, excuse me there. Can I get a nice order of hot dish then, eh? How's that?
That's acceptable. I'll take it.
Maybe a little poutine on the side there, eh? I've been good this week. I look in the mirror, Bane. I says to myself, "You've been doing pretty good. You've been doing pretty good on your P90X." So yeah, I'll take a nice thing of poutine, and don't you go stringent there on the cheese curds this time, Carol. Because he's, in my mind, he's a regular at this diner in Newfoundland. So
created a whole backstory.
Yeah.
2 seconds.
Dragon Queen
find
for
his motivation.
Dragon Queen for $5. 2 seasons of Supernatural for Marvin. 1 season of Xena for Lorne. Well, now it's less. Hugs for all. Wait, you watching Xena?
No, I think she's saying that's the conditions for the $300. You have to watch 2 seasons. I have to watch 1 season. That means $300 is not happening.
You won't want to watch Xena? Why not? Xena's good.
Okay.
So is Supernatural.
Yeah, I'm not saying that it's torture to watch Supernatural.
That wasn't just me, was it? Why not Xena? Supernatural. I mean, Xena's good. Unlike me, who's cursed.
My side of the bargain. My side of the bargain is fine. I'm just saying that, like, I've never met anyone who didn't want to watch.
You
Xena.
know what
I walked into the room the other day. My wife was watching Xena without me, and I was like, "Why do you want to hurt me?"
Just lump it into yours then. If you like it so much, then watch 2 seasons of Supernatural and 1 season of Xena.
I've already seen 1 season of Xena.
Lawrence is pushing it off like you do all of it.
Have you seen your 2 seasons of Supernatural?
No, he hasn't even seen a full season of Supernatural.
What are you doing, man? Why aren't you watching the show? You're supposed to be watching the show.
The seasons are so long.
It's not any longer than any other show that was on at that time.
Yeah, but they're not like that anymore, Trish. Now shows are like 10 episodes a season and you're good.
You're a wimp.
So you're just being lazy is what you're saying.
Yeah.
You got all this time to watch all these other shows. You're fitting in Tulsa King because, well, you got to do that, and you got to get
Stranger Things.
Yeah,
have you ever watched Tulsa King?
No, I've been busy watching.
You would
Supernatural.
understand if you did.
No, I've been busy watching Supernatural.
No, you haven't. Nice try, Lauren. I appreciate.
No, there's this whole episode with a racist truck.
Do you ever notice that every week somebody will be like, "Marv, you watch Supernatural?" And he'll be like, "No, but I'm watching this other show that I was not watching last week."
I can't believe that the entire chat is on your side on this.
First of all,
like, not one person is like, "Marv, we love you. We know you're busy. Spend your time the way you want to spend it." Like, everyone's like, "No, do exactly what Trish wants."
I mean, those are my people in there. We're buds. We chat. And also, Supernatural, they know what's up. No one's trying to guide you in a bad direction. It's like Dr. Cox, help me to help you.
Okay.
You know?
Like when Fox for 2 Nuts he goes, "Oh, by the way, Newfie has me spoke fast, really fast." Are you actually Newfie? I don't know if he's. Oh my goodness. So they brought up this thing on TED, and I wanted to bring it up here because it's okay. The Monster Mash is a song.
It's a graveyard smash
about a dance called the Monster Mash, which is to a song called the Monster Mash that is not the song the Monster Mash.
I can't stop.
Right.
It caught on in a flash.
But they point this out on TED. We've never heard the Monster Mash.
We've also never heard the Transylvania Twist.
That's also true. We live in this universe where the Monster Mash, the song, isn't the Monster Mash.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just
Same
saying.
thing for the song Tribute by Tenacious D.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what the greatest song in the world was. We just know the tribute to the greatest song in the world.
That's true.
Did you know that there's a sequel to the Monster Mash?
Don't tell me that.
I'm sure Martin knows. I mean, it's not like a direct, it's the same guy did one. It's like, is it Monster Rap? You know what I'm talking about, Martin. I know you do.
Yeah, he was a DJ and he did a couple of spoof things, but yeah, he did follow up to it.
And I just, all I remember is him being like, shock the body, shock the body in it. That's what I always remember about it.
No, here, hold on. I'm gonna bring up a visual aid here. Hold on. I'm loading it in.
I'm holding.
Okay, just keep holding, Trish. It takes a minute.
Breath that is baited.
Look, so the center circle is the Monster Mash song, and then the outer circle is the dance, and then the circle on the outside is the Monster Mash song that doesn't exist in our world. So we live in that middle circle.
Okay.
I'm just saying, man.
I don't think that's that hard to comprehend. Someone made an homage song about the song we're dancing to.
I just want to know what that song was, because that would
the Monster Mash.
But we don't know what it is, Trish.
We'll never know. It's one of life's biggest mysteries.
I guess not. So I saw a thing on Instagram the other day, and it got me thinking. And I thought it was a really important thing, so I wanted to bring it up today. Imagine that, like, you had to fight like platoons of 10-year-olds, like Streets of Rage style. They come at you in waves, right? And at the end of the wave, you have like a boss 14-year-old that you have to fight. How many waves can you theoretically get through?
When you say they're like platoons of 10-year-olds,
like waves,
are they armed and armored?
No, they're just 10-year-olds.
Just run-of-the-mill 10-year-olds?
Just run-of-the-mill 10-year-olds, Lauren, fresh off the schoolyard, but they're attacking. They're pissed. You did something.
How many platoons you got?
I mean, it's as many as possible, like as many as you think you could handle. So it's a platoon of maybe like 30 10-year-olds, and then at the end, you've got a 14-year-old boss.
So it's like the end of the one, except with 10-year-olds going up the pyramid.
Yeah, pretty much. But then, but here's the thing: each wave gets more difficult because the 14-year-old at the end gets more skilled. So the first one, the guy said in the Instagram video, he's like a band kid, but he's got a tuba and that he can use the tuba as a weapon. But then, like, as you go up, you start getting like the athletes. But then, like, by like the fifth wave, you've probably got some kung fu 14-year-old. The 10-year-olds also never get tougher, but they get smarter. So, like, by the third wave, they're trying to take your legs out.
So you said like 30 10-year-olds, but then you're referencing multiple platoons. Are we talking about 30 total 10-year-olds and like a platoon?
That's a wave. That's a wave.
Oh, that's one wave.
Yeah, Streets of Rage style. Like they're just coming at you.
And the starting ones, the band kid with the tuba, they're all band kids with individual tubas, or they share one tuba?
You're overcomplicating it, Lauren. The 10-year-olds are always just regular 10-year-olds. The 14-year-old is the only one that changes with each wave.
All right, but you mentioned band kids with tubas. Do they actually have tubas?
The 14-year-old boss at the end of the first wave does.
See, I feel like the tuba is an encumbrance more than a weapon.
Well, that depends. If you had 30 10-year-olds in a platoon and they were all armed with tubas, that becomes a frightening scenario.
Well, yeah, no, that's a horror movie right there. But
personally, I think I could take them all.
How many waves? Infinite waves?
Well, no, eventually you got to get to the 14-year-old. There's got to be a logical limit to this thing or you never get to the boss.
Well, exactly. I think what he's saying is wave of 10-year-olds, fight a 14-year-old.
And then another wave of 10-year-olds.
Fight a more
tougher 14-year-old at the end of that.
I was seeing this as first wave is your theoretical tuba-wielding 10-year-olds. Second wave is like maybe minimal athletes. And then you get to bigger athletes, and then you get to some really buff 10-year-olds for some reason.
No. The 10-year-olds
and then the 14-year-old.
The 10-year-olds never get tougher. They just get smarter. The 14-year-old gets tougher.
So at
Why
some
does
point
he
they
get
just realized
tougher?
that they shouldn't fight anymore.
Does he like absorb the power of the 10-year-olds?
No, it's a different 14-year-old each time.
Lauren's been so scarred by Highlander, he's thinking of absorbing the powers of others.
Here's the thing. So I think 4 waves I could take, because I would want to say 5, because I think I can get through the 10-year-olds in the 5th wave, but I'm really scared that like level 5 boss is like a kung fu 14-year-old, and then I'm done.
So look, is there a? Do you actually have to fight them, or can you simply outsmart them?
No, you have to fight them. There's no outsmarting going on here. You can use strategy, like you can funnel them into an alleyway or something like that.
My strategy would be befriending them. Just give them candy.
That is out of the question at this point, Trish. You've really cheesed them off. Like they're out for blood.
Candy.
Nothing that you can say or do.
Wilhelmina Wonka. That's what I'll be.
I feel like we're underestimating how exhausting 10-year-olds are, even when they're not riled up.
But they're also easily distracted. That's the thing. Is I think that it's possible to redirect that energy elsewhere and possibly cause them to defeat themselves.
And also, no weapons. Hands. All you've got
come
are
on.
You are armed with what God gave you.
No, if I'm fighting 10-year-olds, you're giving me a golf club.
No, that's not how it works. You got your fists.
That needs to be clipped too.
You got your meat grubbers and your poop kickers. Because I can't say the other word.
I don't want to be in this fight anymore. You took all the fun out of it.
These are the rules, Lauren.
What? When was this fun?
Hey, if I'm fighting waves of 10-year-olds, I'm going to enjoy it. It's like this is going to be. I'm going to get prepped for this. There's going to be theme music as I walk into the arena. Fireworks. It's going to be this is going to be a grand show. I'm going to have a cape.
I was thinking more like They Live.
What's that?
I was thinking more like They Live, like you as Roddy Piper against a bunch of 10-year-olds in an alley, and the fight just goes on and on and on.
All right. Well,
I'm not sure how many waves I could take now, but I think you took most of the fun out of the fight anyway. So I would instead, I think, attempt to convert them, to calm them down and make them understand that we are not enemies, but the enemy is the 14-year-old.
This is not possible. You cannot negotiate. They're not having it.
I can negotiate. I guarantee you I can negotiate.
So Cannon Barnes is pointing out for $2 that Peter asked the guys this question on a podcast on Family Guy. And yes, but his thing was 4th graders, and you could use weapons that are around the schoolyard. So different scenario. I saw this one on Instagram the other day. And Trish, did I send it to you? I might have sent it to you. I definitely sent it to Kevin.
I don't think I got it.
Oh.
So I feel like even barehanded, the adult is still going to be like one of those massive trolls in the Battle of Helm's Deep, just waving the kids off to the side with great violence. So yeah, probably 3 or 4 waves. But again, 10-year-olds are exhausting even when they're not angry.
Exactly, and these are ticked off. So, let's see. Chef Eddie for $5 brings us to 125 toward our goal. Says the Monster Mash is a dance. They even say they did the mash. It's the dance you can do to multiple songs. No, I think that it is to a song called the Monster Mash. But you might be onto something here, Chef Eddie. I don't know.
No, I think he's right. I think it is a dance.
Well, it is a dance, but I thought it was a dance to, like, if you're doing the Monster Mash, it's got to be to a song called the Monster Mash.
Why?
Well, you don't do the twist to other songs that aren't the twist.
What about Twist Again?
You don't do the Macarena to songs that are not the Macarena.
You ever heard
maybe in some other world they have a song about people dancing the Macarena, but they don't have the Macarena.
You ever heard of the Land of 1,000 Dances?
Yeah, of course.
Go ahead.
Trish and I spent like 10 minutes talking about that song because I think it has one of the best drum lines of all time.
Did you mention that it's on the wrestling album, Trish?
No, I wasn't even thinking about
the
that.
wrestlers all
Although
sing it?
I didn't, but then when Lauren said it, that was the first thing that popped into my head. So
Yeah. Liquid Fox for $5 Canadian says, yes, me son, true and true. Yes, me son, true and true, it be. And I'm on your side, Mom, about watching Supernatural. The Acolyte is better. Now, excuse me as I go into hiding. Oh, dude, you're playing with fire there, my friend.
I'm on to Liquid Fox's game.
Maddie for $1.99 says, I'm on Marv's side. Tulsa King is amazing. It is amazing.
If you want to stay in this kingdom, Maddie,
what
watch
kingdom?
yourself. Oh, you don't go in the chat. We're discussing my kingdom, my ruling as queen. So
This is not happening here. No.
it's too late. It's already happened.
This is not.
It's happened. It happened without you. It's fine.
No, we don't bow to monarchies here.
But do you see how benevolent I am? You didn't even know.
I think those monarchs that have to preach about their benevolency are probably not all that benevolent.
I have to because of you, Lauren.
Well, no, because no ruler ever sees the revolution coming.
Lauren makes a face like he wasn't screaming, I'm exaggerating, down with the matriarchy every 5 seconds.
Have I said down with the matriarchy even once today?
Not today, but give it
I'll
time.
say
It's
it.
only
Down with the
8:38.
matriarchy.
But they're not unhappy. They are happy people. They're happy
neither are the
people.
people of North Korea are thrilled too.
They would
from
tell
what we
me.
heard.
They would tell me.
Nice company you keep there, you and Kim Jong Un.
Do you see what they're doing to me, guys? See?
Do you feel run right?
Hey, I did nothing.
The people of the Trish Kingdom are going to be like the North Korean populace and think like how they all think that like Kim Jong Un, the first time he played golf, shot 18 hole-in-ones or something like that.
Lauren, you've accumulated.
So it's like I don't know what's happening here. I feel like people are turning against me, and I did literally nothing. I'm just sitting here.
You know what you did.
You know what you did, Lauren.
I didn't even know there was a proclamation of a kingdom. I wasn't aware.
I didn't. By the way, I would just like to say I'm a queen that was voted in. They named me their queen. I didn't call myself a queen.
Like Amidala?
When was the election held?
Isn't that Star Wars?
It is Star Wars.
No,
For some reason, an entire planet voted for a 12-year-old to be queen.
Yeah.
Is that Natalie Portman?
They deserve to be blockaded.
It's like, honestly, you ought to see the last guy.
I mean, look, we all realize exactly what Naboo is a planet full of, right? Like, Naboo is a hippie planet.
Dragon Queen over there saying, calm down.
Only a hippie planet is electing a 12-year-old as queen.
William Schweikert, take note of how quiet Martin is.
Martin knows.
Martin's been married for over a decade. He knows when to shut up. Also, my wife has realized that Trish is basically her long-lost sister.
Yes.
My wife said the exact same thing.
See, I get along with women. I never see you hang out with girls. Technically, we haven't hung out, but we're hanging out in here, in our hearts.
Oh, speaking of which, Mrs. Stone said if you ever wanted to do a Lost Guys episode on, like, Project Runway or America's Next Top Model or something like that, she'd be down.
Yes. Oh, she really is my long-lost sister. She gets
Brian
it.
D for $4.99 says, if someone looking to book their first cruise, I would totally watch. I think that we're going to have to do this. Vash and I are going to have to put our heads together and figure it out. Maybe we'll do it as like a members only live stream where people can ask questions. Like we'll come with prepared topics, but then, we'll let people ask questions. Maddie for $1.99 says, fighting kids like Kramer's karate class in Seinfeld. Oh, gosh, I love that. Cannon Barnes for $2 is Marv. This question, this is the question Peter asked on Family Guy. That I do love that one, but I had to go with the Instagram version because I thought it was a more interesting concept. Dragon Queen for $2 says, I promise Lauren, Xena is really good. It really is good, Lauren.
Okay, I just have no interest. It never appealed to me. Neither did Hercules. I didn't care.
Hercules, I think, is really, really good. So
disappointed.
Disappointed. Matt Murray for $5 points out in the song, Igor and his band indeed played the Monster Mash. So thank you. I'm right.
I looked up the lyrics and he's correct.
Oh, no, he's not.
Their vocal group, the Crypt Kicker 5.
The Crypt Kicker 5 played it. Igor was on Chains. It's not necessarily his group.
So now you're just talking semantics. A band in the song plays the song The Monster Mash.
While they're also doing the Monster Mash. I think it is both. It is a song and a dance.
And it seems that Drac joins the band as the vocalist, and the Monster Mash is the hit of the land.
I think so too.
Actually, there is one incongruity as well, which is that Drac joined and sang, correct?
Yes.
Where is that? What lyric is that?
Let's see.
Because he is also complaining that apparently that his Transylvania twist has been usurped. So why is he joining in the revelry? This song makes no sense.
Well, maybe the Monster Mash
The next line.
that big, that good of a song. Like, it just gets you moving.
The next line after
now
he said,
Drac's cool, he's a part of the band. You're right. So they calmed him down.
Yeah. And then the follow-up is the Monster Swim.
That one
I
I'm
don't
not
like
familiar
that.
with.
I can't imagine Frankenstein swimming or the Wolfman. All bee booty bees and bacon with big bees for $2. Says, can I use the Ghost Chris Benoit for 10 years ago? What? I don't.
Wow.
That was wow. Yep.
Booty bee.
Oh my goodness. All right. Trish, what are you watching this week?
I actually have an answer.
Oh my goodness.
I do. I'm watching The Traitors, as in like TRAITORS.
Okay.
On Peacock. And it is this reality competition. I haven't watched a reality competition. I haven't watched anything in so long. But it is hosted by Alan Cumming. And it's kind of like any one of those, like a Survivor-ish, where you kind of get rid of people, but it's all under the guise of being like a murder mystery.
Okay.
So they're all in this house or castle, as it were. And there's the faithfuls and the traitors. And so like about 3 people get deemed a traitor, but nobody knows who they are.
So this is just Among Us in real life.
Sure. Yeah, I've never played that. So each night, the traitors will murder someone, basically eliminate them from the game.
Right.
And then the whole group sits around a table and they try to like figure out, because the faithfuls don't want to get rid of each other. They want to get rid of a traitor. And so then they wind up banishing somebody. And then at the end, once the vote's done, they find out, was the person a traitor or was the person a faithful? And so there's like a lot of and they all work together to accumulate a pot of money. And so if there's no traitors at the end, whatever faithfuls are there will split it. But if even one traitor is at the end, the traitors get the money. It's really interesting.
Okay.
Definitely Among Us. Yep.
Yeah, it sounds just like that was another one that I really want to figure out how to do on a stream is Among Us, because I think all of us playing Among Us would be really funny. But the problem is you can't really do that as a live stream. You have to do it. You have to film it. Everybody has to record themselves basically. And then you have to painstakingly edit it together.
Yeah.
Because the whole point is that nobody knows who the traitor
the person is. Yeah.
Or was it Saboteur in Among Us, or I forget what they call the killer.
I don't remember.
I think it's the imposter.
It's
imposter.
The
Yeah. That game is so much fun.
Well, I find the traitors fun for whatever that's worth. I'm seeing Lady Phoenix say it's just a reskin version of The Mole. I did not watch that, but I did hear it was good. So I'd probably like it.
So Trish, in Among Us, you're all like on a spaceship or something like that. And everyone has like, jobs to do on the ship, but one person is designated at the beginning of the game secretly as the imposter. Now the imposter, it's their job to kill everybody on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
But when you think you know who the imposter is, you call a team meeting and you discuss who you think the imposter is and give whatever proof you have. And then you basically like vote on who to kick out and you like throw them out the airlock basically. and they'll tell you if you got the imposter or not. And
Yeah, it does sound similar.
I think Among Us, if I remember right, has got 2 imposters though.
I think in some versions of it you can do 2 imposters.
But it's basically based on The Thing, the movie, which itself was based on a novel or a novella called Who Goes There? So you're reaching way back into sci-fi history for this.
I think that we all know how it would go if we all played Among Us. Like, it would just be immediate group meeting. Once you start, we're like, all right, throw in Nolan. Whether he's the imposter or not, we all just kick Nolan.
He's not even here to defend himself.
I know, but it'd be really funny.
It is his fault.
Yeah. Lauren, what are you watching this week? Anything?
I know what I have to watch. There's 2 movies that I need to get watched before Saturday evening for the genre guys. Those are, what were they? One is called Hopscotch, which is a Walter Matthau movie, and the other is Singing in the Rain. So I have to get those watched.
Oh, I like Singing in the Rain.
I'm not really a musical guy, so I'll endure it. But other than that, I haven't really been watching anything outside of YouTube, so I'm kind of boring this week. Sorry.
You ever heard Debbie Reynolds said that childbirth and Singing in the Rain were the 2 hardest things she's ever had to do in her life? Wow. Well, I mean, when you're dancing with Gene Kelly, like it's like apparently it was very intense, and he demands perfection.
Yeah, I've also heard he was really tough on himself too.
Yeah. But that was one of my favorite quotes: is childbirth and Singing in the Rain are the 2 hardest things I've ever had to do in my life. Donovan Bradford says Guys and Dolls might be more up your alley. I can't imagine you watching Guys and Dolls.
Well, people have told me that I should watch Chicago. I've had lots of people tell me I should watch that.
I don't think you'd like Chicago.
Really? Because that was the one that I was a little open-minded about. Because
I didn't like Chicago that much. So,
all right, well,
Singing in the Rain has the benefit of being basically a jukebox musical. Like most musicals, you get one bite of the apple as far as whether or not the songs are any good. With Singing in the Rain, they gathered a whole bunch of the best songs of other musicals and put it into that one.
Mm-hmm. So I'm sure Lou will be a wealth of trivia on this one, but one of the things I had heard was that the regular water for the rain scene wasn't coming up on the cameras well enough, and it basically had to be like milk or something like that.
That's a true story.
So could you imagine how bad that must smell afterward? Just old milk just sitting on you.
And Gene Kelly was famously running a fever that day.
Yes. Oh my. Martin, what are you watching this week?
I'm watching through the Bond movies.
Oh yeah, where are you at?
Thunderball.
Best theme song.
Oh, yeah, I mean that's a great theme song.
One of the
Skyfall's really good though too.
Skyfall, I was shocked with how good Skyfall was. The theme song.
Yes.
If you're watching Bond, what are your feelings on First Light?
What do you mean?
Yeah, have you not seen the?
I think it looks great. I actually think it looks great.
Oh, the game that I saw the trailer. I'm interested. I'm very
interested in it. It's getting a lot of hate because people are like, the ladies are ugly. I'm like, I don't care. Like, just James Bond is in it, and he's a guy, and he's white. Like he looks like James Bond. I'm like, I'm good.
I'm not a huge James Bond fan, but this game has got my attention. The trailer looks good. The gameplay video that they came out with a few weeks ago looks great. From what I understand, it sounds like they've got their version of Bond is book accurate too when it comes to the description of him. He's got a scar on his cheek that I guess is there in the book. So they're paying attention to the minutia, and that makes me interested. I've actually got it on my wish list. Yeah.
When I watched this PlayStation State of Play yesterday, there were a lot of games that I was interested in. So
I didn't get a chance to watch any of that.
The first game out the gate was this space game that just looked really, really cool. Like, I'm very excited for that.
Do you know what it was?
I don't remember the name of it. Hold on. Let me see.
Did you look up that one that I told you about the other day?
Which one?
I sent you a message about it. I think it's called now I got to look at it. Jump Space.
I don't remember getting a message from you about that.
I'm sure that I messaged you.
Huh.
I said check out Jump Space, and you said, what's that? And I said, it's a game.
Oh. Okay. I did not look it up. I must have gotten sidetracked. I just saw the trailer for Volume 3 of Star Wars Visions is out, Lauren.
Oh, good. I'm really happy about that. You must be so excited.
Yeah, super excited.
I'll be sure to look it up.
All right, Saros is the name of the game that I really liked. It looked really cool. The traversal was really neat. I liked it a lot. So let's see what before we move on to our first story. Let's see what you guys have to say in the chat. Dragon Queen for $5 says Xena has a whip and uses it correctly, trying to help. She does have a whip. It's correct.
Okay.
She also fights with a chakram.
Yes, I've seen.
Regina Sharp for $10. Oh, welcome, Regina Sharp. Just getting worried that you weren't making it tonight. Regina Sharp for $10 says, sorry I'm late.
Glom gold, glom gold, glom gold, glom gold.
Made me fix his Stellaris mod list after the update. I missed everything, didn't I? No, not everything. Just talks about fighting 10-year-olds and stuff like that.
We're almost an hour into the show and we haven't gotten to our first story. So there you go.
That's always my favorite episodes, though. So, by the way, guys, remember impression requests. You can super chat in for them. I will do them. So just let us know. Let's see here. All right, let's get into our first story of the day. There's not going to be many stories today, but I guess it's only our main story. Trish, this is going to break your brain, but Harry Potter HBO show rumored to cast female Voldemort. Do you like the picture that I chose? I chose that one because I always loved the way I whenever I write about the Snape thing, I always use this picture.
You and your knack for awful shots.
The Harry Potter reboot for HBO has already stirred its fair share of casting controversy, but if the latest rumors are true, the project might be broom flying straight into a firestorm. Multiple reports suggest that the studio is considering casting a female Voldemort. In the upcoming series, auditions reportedly included both male and female actors for the role of the Dark Lord. And as if that weren't enough, some outlets claim Voldemort has already been cast, but HBO is keeping the actor's identity a secret for a grand reveal later. This comes from entertainment insider Daniel Rickman via Sci-Fi and Fantasy Gazette. He's fueling this wave, claiming that women were among those auditioned for the role. He claimed that they are auditioning both men and women. Cinema Blend picked up the report, sparking widespread speculation. It should also be noted that Rickman has a spotty history with accurate leaks. He was the source of the rumor that Hunter Schafer, biological man who identifies as woman, was going to play Zelda in the Legend of Zelda movie, which was ultimately proven false. Meanwhile, Radanian Intelligence via comicbook.com has circulated reports that the role may already be filled. According to those claims, HBO plans to withhold the actor's identity until the show premieres, keeping Voldemort's face hidden as a mystery box surprise. Now, Trish, we all thought that the reason for that was because it was going to be some famous actor. What if the reason for that is because they don't want you to know it's a lady?
I put nothing past them. Whatever interest I would have had in this show is long gone. And now I'm kind of at the point where I'm just like, do it. Go crazy.
Andre Adams report on it says female Voldemort is Cynthia Erivo. No, like seriously, it's why she's in the thumbnail. Because if they're auditioning women for this, there's no way she hasn't read for it.
I mean,
right?
I would think.
Tom F sent this to me before the show started. Like, I could totally see them doing it. But now, here's the weird thing. Isn't it a little strange that all of the, like, Slytherins are the ones that they're doing the weird casting for? Like, Snape was the one they race bent, and then Voldemort would be gender bent. Like, oh my gosh.
I think it's just because they're such big characters, honestly. I see what you're saying. I think it's just a kind of a funny coincidence.
I gotta get her off the screen. She is just ghoulish to look at. But seriously though, like it If they do this though, I have actually heard Voldemort's reaction. Best usage of that clip we've ever done. I can't imagine they're this dumb.
I have to say, it's hard for me when these things come up because it's like I'm apathetic because it's already over to me. The bell has already been rung, so it's just like that's why I'm kind of like go crazy. Everything you can think of, just do it at this point. I want to see how far they can go with this now.
Do you think that they would make Voldemort she who must not be named, or do you think Cynthia Erivo would be playing a male character?
Honestly, I don't know. Probably she.
Martin, what do you think? Because I think they would go with making Voldemort still male, but having a female play him.
I think they'd go with making Voldemort a female. But I mean, with the Narnia thing, I was also concerned that they were going to try to switch Aslan to a female, since they have reportedly hired a woman to voice him.
Right, Meryl Streep.
But
right.
They're not.
Don't know yet.
They haven't officially said it, but pretty much everybody has run with the rumor. So,
yeah.
Lauren, you're muted.
If I remember correctly, the Horcruxes are slivers of his soul that he shaved off, right?
Correct.
Then it's a they.
Plurality. I see what you're doing.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Have you ever heard Horcrux used as a slang term for the detritus you have never thrown away from exes?
No, I don't even totally
stuff
know what
that you picked up from stuff that you picked up from ex-boyfriends or girlfriends, and
then you just chuck.
Yes, but you haven't. It's stuff you still have around.
That you're just like, why do I still have this?
Yes,
but then you still don't get rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
No, I haven't heard that, but it's kind of funny. I could see, Tom Riddle. I don't know. Maybe people who, if we're going to change things, why don't they just make it people who have just, in his eyes, slighted him, like his dad, when he kills his dad, which is not a Horcrux, but,
Did he not? I thought when he killed his dad was when
that the first one?
When he did the ring. When he made...
I mean, maybe I'm mixing that up, but if that would make even more sense.
I'm sure the chat knows, and I'll be corrected in just a moment.
Probably. I have Claritin D brain right now.
Claritin D brain? Does Claritin D mess with your brain?
It says it's non-drowsy. It says it's non-drowsy, but
does it cause autism? Are you doing it to get back at Trump?
Oh yeah, it's still exactly what I'm doing. It's not at all about the pressure in my eyes.
Going on Trish Talk.
Trish Talk.
Yeah, I cannot imagine that they would be so dumb. But I could totally see them not saying anything, and then that turban comes off, and it is Cynthia Erivo on the back of his head.
And then we get Black Voldemort.
We would get Black Voldemort in that instance.
Martin, I didn't even think of that.
So the way I found out about this was Martin actually posted it in our group chat. That's all the That Park Place writing staff, and it's how we share article concepts and stuff like that. And I was like, that's got to be a joke. But then I was like, Martin wouldn't put a joke into the That Park Place, because that chat is all business. So I was like, there's no way this is real, right? I can't imagine they're going to be that dumb.
My cousin sent it to me a couple days ago, and I was just like, literally, I'm at the point, I'm like, go for it. I want to see what they do now. Now that's where my curiosity is. It isn't in the show itself. It's let's just see what new ways we're just gonna stay faithful to the source material.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But like I said, I feel bad because I have apathy towards it, and so it's I know I'm the Harry Potter person, but I also just cannot, for the life of me, muster up caring in any way, shape, or form about this thing. So it's just like every time a piece of news comes out, I'm just like,
well, now, so we reported back in February that Cillian Murphy was the one who was rumored for it.
I forget who it was. It wasn't Voldemort. It was somebody
no,
else.
I don't remember.
Was it Quirrell?
Yes, it was that he could be Quirrell. Could you imagine, like, this guy takes his turban off and Cynthia Erivo's on the back of his head?
It's mind-blowing to me that they have actors, again, taking whether or not they'd want to do it out of the equation. Let's just say they would. They have actors that I think are excellent to perfect for roles that they're not using.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even in the conversation for anyone but fans, like your Adam Driver or your Cillian Murphy.
Right.
It doesn't even seem like it's on the table, like they even reached out.
Well, it's Cillian. So who's your Cillian Murphy?
I think he'd be great Voldemort.
Yeah,
I think he'd be great at it. Yeah,
I do too. Funnily enough, he's a little young to be Voldemort.
Yeah, but
like I said,
he doesn't look 70, so.
But you can age him up with makeup, and if they're gonna do the flashback stuff where he's still young and handsome,
it'll be good.
Yeah, what's the name of the woman that he gets like two of the things that eventually become Horcruxes?
Well, I'm sorry.
With Hufflepuff's cup.
Oh,
yeah.
Hepzibah Smith.
Yeah.
Hepzibah,
yeah, like flashbacks like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he would be generally okay. You know, maybe a touch too old, but he looks good. It doesn't matter.
In keeping it to Harry Potter, by the way, this was an interesting one. Emma Watson has suddenly softened her tone on J.K. Rowling as online threats against the author escalate. So Emma Watson was on a she was on a podcast this week, and I believe she said, "Harry, Ron's been splinched." But she said, so we all know her, J.K. Rowling, Rupert Grint, they all turned on J.K. Rowling over the trans stuff. J.K. Rowling has said that she will never forgive them because they came out and they attacked. And so what J.K. Rowling said was, I'm trying to find the exact quote. Celebs who cozied up to a movement intent on eroding women's hard-won rights and who use their platforms to cheer on the transitioning of minors can save their apologies for traumatized detransitioners and vulnerable women reliant on single-sex spaces. But when just asked about it, Emma Watson said, "I really don't believe that holding the love and support and views that I have mean that I can't and don't treasure Joe and the person that I had personal experiences with. I just don't think these things are either or." She went on to add, "It's my deepest wish that I hope people who don't agree with my opinion will love me, and I hope I can keep loving people who don't necessarily share the same opinion with." I don't hate that she said that. I think that's actually a thing that we should be saying. I don't believe it for a minute.
I don't even remember what she initially said in terms of like how angry or mean it necessarily was, but
they were pretty like, you know, they came down.
I do like to say, generally speaking, that if someone has a change of heart about something, I like to give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe not the second time, you know, but that first time I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. So I'm a little cynical about it, but I also don't want to just immediately write her off because who knows?
I think Regina Sharp hit the nail on the head here.
Probably. But
that's
just a me thing.
This is a thing that people were pointing out in the comments on X when I posted that article today, is that she's aware that for a whole new generation, she's about to not be Hermione Granger anymore. The one thing that kept her even pseudo-famous is about to go away.
If people watch this thing.
Oh, wait a second. Wasn't there also just recently a story about her dating herself?
Yes, she's her own.
She pulled a Kelly Taylor? I choose me?
So maybe she's discovered how insufferable she is, and she's working on that.
God, she Kelly tailored herself. I love it. I choose me. Yes.
Yes, Emma Watson described her relationship status as self-partnered in a 2019 interview with British Vogue, explaining as being happy and fulfilled being single and taking pride in her own self-care rather than waiting for a partner to complete her. AKA, she's lonely.
I thought she'd gotten together with Tom Felton.
Did they?
I know she had. I know she had a crush on him when they were filming back in the day, but then they just became friends. But I mean,
hold on. No, Emma Watson and Tom Felton never officially dated. However, she had a childhood crush on him, and they have maintained a close platonic friendship for over 2 decades.
So who was it that Felton was dating? Because it was somebody that was involved with Harry Potter. I thought it was her.
I don't know. I didn't hear this. If you know whoever it is.
Date from Harry Potter. Let's see.
I'm just looking it up like teenage girls.
Tom Felton dated Jade Olivia Gordon, a non-actor who was an extra on the set of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2.
Oh, I do remember hearing that. I'm pretty sure it's his wife, Draco's wife. I think it was his girlfriend at the time. Like now that you're saying it, it's kind of clicking. I think that's
Neville. The guy that played Neville, he dated an extra and he ended up marrying her.
Cool.
I think they live. Actually, think they live in Florida.
Neville had a glow up.
What do you mean?
He went from being like the chubby, awkward little kid to being like, you know, a handsome adult man. He had a glow up.
Is he handsome?
Yeah, he's not bad looking. He works out, cleans up.
Was Felton the one from our game last week that was like $1,000?
Yes. Yes. I still can't wrap my head around, especially because like seems like I assume he is genuinely like nice, friendly, open, like, all of that. I'm like, really? $1,000? But then another part of me is like, you know what?
He's Draco Malfoy.
Get that bag.
Huh. Okay. So this is apparently Neville Longbottom now.
Yeah, he doesn't. You know, he looks pretty good.
Those teeth are not the ones he was born with.
Well, you know, no one's
looks like
perfect.
Clive Owen.
Yeah. So that's it. Emma Watson is insufferable. And you know, female Voldemort could be an actual thing.
I want it. That's where I'm at. I want it.
So this is like when you see your friends doing stupid stuff and you don't stop them, you just watch to see how bad it could get.
It's like I warned you. All right, now let's just see where this goes.
Or like Willy Wonka. Stop. No.
So
like Ray Fiennes as Voldemort is one of the most like perfect villain castings I think ever. He perfectly encapsulates the role. His voice is deeper than it's described in the books, but I don't care. He's great in it.
I mean, to be fair, that would be a very hard voice to find naturally.
Yeah.
And very hard for someone to put on consistently.
Yeah.
That weird laugh of his is so oddly perfect because Rowling constantly describes it as a mirthless laugh.
Yes.
I love that the part where Voldemort hugs Draco was just like a random ad lib that he did the one time and they put it in the movie.
Oh my god, it's so awkward. Draco just stands there. Like, what would you guys say are some of the most legendary villain performances in film?
We have. Are we excluding James Earl Jones?
Why would we exclude James Earl Jones?
Well, because he's an obvious go-to.
You know what? I didn't even think of that Darth Vader when you said James Earl Jones. I thought of what's his name from Conan.
Oh,
Tulsa Doom.
Yeah, Tulsa Doom, the greatest name ever. But
I'm gonna say Amrish Puri from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Of Temple of Doom, interesting. So you go with that over Belloc.
Oh, Belloc's good too, but Mullah Ram, there's something that is. There's the scene. One thing is that he chews the scenery and he dives into it and he's having a great time doing it. And there's the scene where they're in the temple and Indy has come out of the black sleep of Kali and he's about to attack Balaram with something that he's grabbed. And Balaram just rolls on the floor. There's a trapdoor there and you hear his laughter. And it's such a perfect villain laugh. And I love it. It's like he is loving playing this villain just escaping through this random trapdoor. It's a very cartoony thing, but I love it.
You know what I've found out, and I think we've discussed this on the show before, but maybe we haven't. I don't know. I recently found out that these are the same people. Belloc was Ivan Ooze in the Power Rangers movie.
Yeah, it's weird.
In a kid's movie, by the way, this is one of my favorite villains of all time.
He also reappeared in the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles as a good guy.
Did he really?
Yeah. He showed up, I think, for 2 episodes, if I remember right.
Huh. I'm trying to think of other like villain roles that I think just really were perfect. I mean, anytime Ray Fiennes plays a villain, I think it's amazing because I really loved him in Red Dragon. Also, I really liked the character that he played. Which, when you're dealing with a Hannibal Lecter movie and you're talking about the villain that anyone played other than Hannibal Lecter, you know it's a good role.
Christopher Lee in the Lord of the Rings movies was great.
Saruman is one of the best. I fell down a rabbit hole of watching people reacting to Boromir's end, and I was just like, I got to watch the scene like a billion times, and I'm like, no matter how many times I watched it, I was like, this just keeps getting better. Like, this scene is perfect. I remember when I was a teenager watching that movie for the first time, and he kept getting up and fighting more. It was like I was beside myself. It was just one of the greatest scenes ever put to film.
And Sean Bean is such a great pick for that.
Yes. I love his instant like realization of what he's done when he tries to take the ring.
Mm-hmm.
And how it just turns and when Frodo is running away like through the invisibility stuff and you just hear him screaming, "I'm sorry." Like, oh, it's so good.
Since I'm watching the Bond stuff, I gotta say, Gert Frobe as Auric Goldfinger sets the pattern for every Bond villain going after him. And what about, have any of you seen No Country for Old Men?
I wanted to, I never did.
Anton Chigurh is it's relentlessly depressing, but Anton Chigurh is a good villain.
I mean, Ian McDiarmid as Emperor Palpatine is one I have to throw out there because
Matt Murray was mentioning Alan Rickman, and he played multiple great villains.
Yeah. So, which Alan Rickman performance do you prefer, Hans Gruber or Snape?
You asking me?
Anyone?
For me, it's Hans Gruber all the way.
I know you've never seen Snape.
No, I've seen Snape. I've seen.
Hans Gruber as a villain is great.
Yeah. You know what movie I thought he was really great in Dogma. Which I know that movie is very controversial for a lot of people, but I was able to look at it as just a movie. And so I loved his character.
I also liked that movie, and I'm as straight-laced as you get.
Yeah. They're actually
Alan
bringing
Rickman
it into. God,
bringing it into what?
They're bringing it into 4DX.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because Kevin Smith just got the rights to it back because it was owned by the Weinstein. It was owned by the Weinsteins, and something happened with Harvey's estate, and he got Dogma back. So now they're re-releasing it. They're putting it in theaters again.
What about Rickman as the Sheriff of Nottingham?
So good.
Well, also in Quigley Down Under. I don't remember what his character's name was, but gosh, what a dick.
What about him in Judge Turpin in Sweeney Todd?
Yeah.
I thought he was great in that. And it was interesting to hear him sing. I mean, simply I saw saying Jack Nicholson is the Joker. Wait, was this who was terrible in Pirates?
Yeah, Donovan was saying that somebody was terrible in Pirates, but I didn't see who it was, so I was asking.
Oh, I mean, everyone in a Pirates movie after the third one is terrible.
Oh, yes, Hammer Biotech mentioning it wasn't Peter, it was Henry Fonda in Once Upon a Time in the West, which is
yeah,
one of my very favorite westerns. Frank. Yeah, Frank
that is
is
such a good movie.
yeah.
So people are bringing up the Joker in there with different incarnations. Who do you prefer, Jack Nicholson or Heath Ledger?
It's two different things.
Heath is the definitive Joker for me, and always will be. Yeah.
I mean, it's like that for me because that's the biggest one that I took to. I
feel
understand
like
he's not the most accurate. But...
Yeah. If Cesar Romero killed people, that would be the best Joker.
Bingo. I agree.
What's great about the Joker is that they have had so many different versions of the Joker and so many supposed origin stories for the Joker, none of which are confirmed.
Mm-hmm.
And that makes him a wonderful specter that you can take in any direction. But
yes.
the thing about Ledger's Joker for me is that after I saw it, reading the comics, that was the voice that I heard, and it changed the character for me.
You were able to hear Ledger's voice in the comics. I was never able to make that connection.
Well, to be fair, after Ledger's Joker, they started writing the Joker more like Ledger's Joker, so there was a bit of cross-pollination going on there.
All right, that makes sense. I
occasionally read through The Killing Joke. You could read that in Ledger's voice.
Maybe. I always see him as bigger. Like I always see him as like playing to the audience, and that's Heath Ledger has such an understated performance, which I think there's brilliance in it. It just to me it just wasn't the Joker. He didn't find humor in anything.
Yeah, I get that.
I disagree. We've had this argument before. I think he does find humor in it. It's just that he's not the Nicholson style of humor. He sees the tragic joke of reality, the irony. That's the point he's trying to prove, that all of these people that you're trying to save are really just nasty people in the gutter like me. And that's why he's so shocked when they prove him wrong. And I love that aspect of the character because he really did think that he had pulled off this great joke.
My two favorite scenes in The Dark Knight are the scenes where I feel like he is most Joker-like. And that is the interrogation room scene.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's hamming it up in there. And I love when Batman is beating on him and he's laughing at him. Like, I loved that. And at the end when he's hanging upside down. Yeah. Because he's so, like, delighted that Batman saved him.
I always laugh at the interrogation, but when it's not Batman, it's the guy watching over him, and he's like, "How many of your friends?"
Yeah,
and he goes 6, and he just goes. That always makes me laugh every time.
Yeah.
Liquid Fox is saying the guy who did Joker voice in Under the Red Hood was fantastic. That was DiMaggio.
That was John DiMaggio. We learned that last week in the cameo game.
Jake the dog, right?
Yeah, Jake the dog. Jake the dog and in the human. Did you really like Adventure Time, Trish?
I liked Adventure Time. I didn't like watch all of it, but I watched a chunk of it.
Same. I really loved Lumpy Space Princess on that show. She was always my favorite.
To my friends, hey girl.
Hey girl, when Turtle Princess calls her. Hey girl.
There's so much from that show that I quote. Sorry, Barton.
If we're going back to other villains, so Robert Englund as Freddy Krueger.
I was just saying it's Freddy.
I had nightmares just from the previews on TV as a kid.
You know, the thing I've always said about Freddy Krueger is he's so terrifying because when you have nightmares about him, it's even scarier.
Yeah.
Because Freddy Krueger, it's where you're supposed to see him is in your nightmares. He's one of the amazing he was one of the amazing what do you call it 80s cameos that pop up in Stranger Things.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I'm in the middle of season 2 with Sean Astin, who I love Sean Astin in that show, but like his character makes me so sad. With Sean Astin, it was interesting though because the Goonies, so it was almost like because everyone compares it to the Goonies, and it was like a passing of the torch, which I really liked. So,
I love the Goonies.
You guys not watch Stranger Things?
I did. I agree. I just was letting you go, but yeah, Sean Astin is great in that.
Yeah, I'm in agreement too. I have nothing to add.
I'm rewatching it now for the first time since the last season's come out. So like I'm applying all like the Vecna stuff to like the earlier seasons because you're supposed to see that it's been pulling the strings the whole time. And it works. I mean, I don't think they had that planned from the beginning, but it definitely works. I found that in Stranger Things, in each season, each season after season one of the main characters has literally nothing to do with the plot, but you still have to spend time with them because they're one of the main characters. In season 2, it's Elle. Elle is not needed for this plot until the finale, and they just sideline her with the most boring storylines possible. And in the most recent season, it was Hopper, because the Russia stuff was just maddeningly boring. Do you guys agree?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, totally.
Every time we went over to Russia, I was just like, why are we doing this again? I would
because the actor just had an affinity for Russia.
I would have been perfectly fine if Hopper showed up in the last episode for the first time as a big heroic moment instead of just spending every episode with him in that Russian prison. I mean, it comes together when they have to fight the Demogorgon there, but this was not my favorite. I can't wait for the last season of Stranger Things, though.
I'm afraid it's taken so long to get to it that all of the characters are going to be in their 30s.
It feels like it, right? They clearly thought that the kid playing Mike, when they cast him as the romantic lead as a small child, that he might grow up to be handsome and not the ghoulish scarecrow that he's become as an adult.
Wow, dude.
The last season, I was just like, my God. Though I will say they've also been dropping hints about Will being gay from the first season, and I'm like, yeah, because they probably met the actor at some point, and we're like, guys, we're gonna have to write this into the show because there's no getting around it. It's like, Trish, remember on Arrow when Oliver's son was played by the gayest little kid ever?
I generally remember, but I don't really remember the kid all that much.
Oliver's son was played by the gayest kid ever, and then when he meets him as an adult, he comes out to him, and Oliver's just like, yeah, I know.
I don't think I was watching anymore when that happened.
I stuck with Arrow to the end. That was the one that I actually stuck to the end with.
I couldn't. Sorry, Stephen and Mel, but I couldn't.
In the Arrowverse, I was just shocked when anybody was straight.
That's very true.
As an arrow?
I was waiting for it.
Some of those arrows are a little funny.
Liquid Fox for $5 Canadian says, here's one for you to impersonate. The Joker dressed as Hogan threatens Batman only to find out it's Hot Rod dressed as Batman. See, that's not one I could do. That's overly complicated.
That's going to take more than $5, I think, for him to want to do that one. That's going to require practice, I think.
It's more do the speech from this as this or something like that, or ordering something like being four different characters is a lot.
That's good. That's like locking yourself in a hotel room for a week while you work out the characters.
Yeah, seriously, I don't even know how to transition from one to the other. That's a lot. JJ Gosling for £2 sterling says Voldy's obsession with Harry would then be very disturbing. Yes. Regina Sharp for $5 brings us to 182. Just I got one. Bane doing the opening to Garth Marenghi's Dark Place. If anyone gets that one, I'll be in shock.
I love that show.
Of course,
that show is so funny.
Never changed, Martin.
Isn't it
I'm Garth Marenghi, author, dreamweaver, visionary, plus actor. You're about to enter the world of my imagination. You are entering my dark place.
Did I get that right?
I think that's pretty close. Yeah.
To be fair, I looked it up. So there you go, Regina Sharp. Thank you for the super chat. Matt Murray for $2 brings us to 184. They'd have to fix the Tom Riddle anagram.
No,
that's true.
And they could just call her Tom.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then they've got all of these extra letters.
No, but he's saying like Thomasina, right?
Oh, okay.
And then they just call her Tom. Yeah.
I was thinking about Voldemort today, and I was like, he went to all the trouble to turn his name into this super cool, super intimidating dark wizard name. And everybody then got so scared of him that they were afraid to use it. And I'm like, I feel like maybe that might have upset him. I go to all this trouble to come up with this name, and no one will even say it.
Their reverence and fear ruined everything.
He's the only one that ever says it. He probably likes when Harry says it because Dumbledore won't call him Voldemort. Dumbledore will call him Voldemort to everyone else on the planet. But if he is in front of him, he is only calling him Tom.
Mm-hmm.
And then when Harry does it in the last book and he flips out. Michael Steele for $5 Canadian, bringing our total up to $189, says Margot Robbie married an extra from Prisoner of Azkaban.
Really? I didn't know that.
Is Margot Robbie in Prisoner of Azkaban?
No. She probably just met him after the fact and he just happened to be an extra in the Prisoner of Azkaban, I would guess.
So either Harry Potter just had such a large cast that these things happen, or the extras of Harry Potter movies are punching way above their weight class.
They really are, though, right?
And good for them.
Yeah. More power to you guys.
You might say they had something extra about them.
Lauren Connor, member for 4 months, says, I'm burning a member chat and you can't stop me. Right?
He's right. You couldn't stop him.
I couldn't stop that from happening. That's true.
He's having such a good time. He's having a ball.
Let's see. Regina Sharp for 10. Cesar Romero and Mark Hamill could be Joker anytime in the comics. Jack and Heath are later ones mostly. Leto is the new absolute Joker. Don't hold me to that. Just know he looks like Arkham Boss Joker. I would like to see far less of Jared Leto Joker for forever. So I hated that Joker.
I'll give him this. Or whoever created that version of the character. It had to be daunting.
Yes.
To have to follow up Heath Ledger because he came before Joaquin Phoenix, right? Which I know was a separate thing, but technically that had to be difficult to try to do something that is just over here. That's such a hard thing to follow up.
And I didn't hate the tattoos. I was willing to go with them on the tattoos.
Can I sidetrack us for a minute?
Yeah.
What are your feelings about Tron Ares?
It doesn't have Tron in it, so I don't care.
Soundtrack's probably great though.
Yeah.
Yeah, 9 Inch Nails. That's probably gonna
be for me, Tron. I don't understand the need to return to Tron over and over again, other than it's an IP that Disney owns.
Tron is always so weird for me because I want to like it so much. I feel like, God, this feels like it really should be something, and yet it never quite achieves what it's trying to achieve, I think. And I'm not a Leto fan, but I got to admit, I want to see Tron Ares because I want to see a Tron movie.
I think one of the best things about Tron, though, is it's swinging for the fences every time.
Yes. Yeah. But is it still a Tron movie if it doesn't have Tron in it? This is my problem with the last one, was that Tron spent the entire movie under a mask saying nothing. Tron has one line.
I fight for the users.
Bruce Boxleitner has such a commanding voice. I really hate that he's not Tron anymore.
Yeah.
Like if this was like they bring the Jared Leto character out of the game grid, and he like turns evil and becomes like a menace, and in order to stop them, Jeff Bridges recreates Tron, and Tron has to show up in the user world and fight for the users. I'm there opening night with popcorn and a large soda.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm not so sure they haven't done something like that. I know that he's come out and said they didn't even approach him for this, but if you wanted to keep this a secret, that's exactly what you would say. My big argument has been, 1, I don't like Jared Leto. 2, I think it's a mistake to bring them out of the game grid into the real world, because I think what the audience wants is to see the game grid. That's where the fun stuff happens.
Mm-hmm.
But if they do manage to tell a skillful story, I'm there for it. This is another one of those things where I so badly want them to succeed, and yet I don't see a path, and so I'm really torn on this movie.
What did you think of Tron Legacy?
I liked it, but
I didn't mind it.
I actually liked it quite a bit, but the problem is that it doesn't hold up now, effects wise, because it was still very early. The face
de-aging.
Yeah.
I was okay with that though, because it was in a digital gaming sphere. So I'm like, if it looks cartoonish, it's supposed to.
Yeah, but
I was more okay with it when they go into the gaming grid. But I like that movie quite a bit. I love that Michael Sheen is basically playing David Bowie, which is great. Daft Punk as the band doing everything, that was great. I really enjoyed that movie, and it bugs me that because Brad Bird's Tomorrowland failed, Disney cut the third movie.
Yep.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah. So Tomorrowland fails, and the third Tron movie already had sets and costumes, and they were ready to shoot. It fails. That gets canceled, and so do a couple other things, and they announce Incredibles 2 just to keep the stock price alive.
Interesting. Huh. Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll see how it does. I won't see it in theaters unless I have to see it to review it for the site, but I'm hoping to avoid that.
Did you see Legacy in theaters? Like in 3D and the whole bit?
No, I did not see it in theaters.
That might be why I enjoyed it more, because in a way it was kind of like the 3D version of Wizard of Oz, because when you go into the gaming grid is when it becomes 3D.
Oh, okay, that's cool. That is kind of cool. Let's see. J Metal for $5. I think it's a new super chatter. I don't think I've ever seen your name in there, J Metal. Says, serious question. What's more real, aliens or Bigfoot? Aliens.
Yeah, I would think aliens, personally.
Because Bigfoot, I feel like with all the time that we've been on this planet and all of the surveillance that we have, there would have been a picture of Bigfoot by now if Bigfoot existed. But the universe is so vast that there's absolutely life out there. It's just we can't get to it. Or maybe it can't get to us. We don't, or maybe it has gotten to us. And that's why we have a Space Force, because one of them pissed Trump off. Like, that's always been my working theory as to why the Space Force was made. One of them said something to him that pissed him off, and he was like, I'm going to make a Space Force. But, well, what do you guys think? Aliens?
Yeah, I think aliens.
Yeah. That's a good question, though. Martin?
I just don't believe it either, really.
You don't believe aliens?
No.
I mean, I'm not sure I believe in either. I with aliens, because it's like I get your argument, Marv, but then I'm like also a skeptic. So
I mean, like with how vast the universe is and how many like billions of galaxies that have trillions of planets. I don't know. I can't imagine that we're the only one with life on it.
The Earth is just as vast, though. We're still discovering new species all the time, and when you think about all of the weird crap that's in the ocean, don't get me started.
Well, that's true, but something as big as Bigfoot?
Well, it's just a dude with a big foot.
Yeah. Yeah, Bigfoot is slightly bigger than a human, and maybe he just doesn't want to deal with our crap, so he stays away.
Huh.
But as far as life on other planets, just if evolution is the operating mode, life would be so rare in its inception that the likelihood of it occurring anywhere else is much lower than people think.
Right. I guess it's just I'm often like taken aback by the vastness of the universe. Like,
oh yeah, you get out of a city and look up at the stars, and it's makes you feel small and connected all at the same time. It's beautiful. I just don't know that we're not alone. And in a way, it kind of makes sense that we would be alone, because consciousness is going to be rare.
Yeah, I mean, well, look, the scenario for life on a planet would probably be rare, because you have to be a very specific, distance from the star, et cetera, et cetera. What was that, Lauren?
It's not even that. I think the most amazing thing that we fail to recognize, because we're in the middle of it, is that our planet is absolutely freaking teeming with life.
Yes.
You go to any little section, any barren little piece of ground, and you give it a little bit of water, and you're going to have shoots coming up. Life is incredibly abundant here. So it's the miracle to me is that life is everywhere on this planet, every freaking where. That's the anomaly. It's far more likely that you have failed gas giants, desert planets, weird physics with raining glass and acid everywhere else. The odds that we have a planet where it's just life is springing up everywhere you look, that's a really weird thing.
I always loved the South Park explanation for why the Earth was so like diverse with life, is that it's a giant alien reality show where they just
that was
took, hilarious. Like there's a whole planet of deer, there's a whole planet of cows, and we just took them all and we put them all on this one planet just to watch what would happen. But the yeah, have you ever watched the videos of like what would happen if you like dove into like Jupiter?
I don't recommend it.
Well, yeah, no, it's these videos that just kind of walk you through like scientifically what would happen if like a human body entered the atmosphere of Jupiter, how quickly you would die. Not even like that's like if you're wearing a spacesuit with oxygen and everything like that.
Well, and the place that Earth is in a spiral galaxy, but not on one of the spirals, slightly off of one, in sort of this dead zone where we can actually perceive the rest of the universe, is miraculous in itself.
Yeah, have you ever heard the Great Void theory that like our galaxy, I guess it is just in just like a big empty space, and that's why everything is so far away from us? I saw like a passing thing about this.
Well, and I've also heard one theory that if there are other civilizations out there, the reason we haven't been contacted by any of them is we may be one of the most technologically advanced in the entire universe.
That's definitely possible. That like we think that. Go ahead.
I think it's more likely that we are the space orcs. It's like we're the planet you want to avoid because we are really fantastically good at killing. We're so good at it. We have dominated continents and subjugated all forms of life on this planet to our whims. We have so greatly accelerated the evolution of wolves to create dogs for our own personal purposes. It's like this is maybe not something we want unleashed on the universe.
You know what? I've always thought about like the concept that like oxygen is a degenerating, element. Like, so like
it's so reactive.
Yeah. Because like, I think one of the reasons why our bodies like basically decay is because we breathe in oxygen, which just erodes us over time. But like, what if like life out there like breathes something else that's like not like that? And they look at us and they're like the death breathers. They breathe literal death.
Well, plants.
You remember the movie Signs, right?
Yeah.
Their whole weakness was water. And I think that's hilarious because these aliens looked at this planet and saw that it was like 85% water and thought, yeah, we should invade this place.
And then sometimes the water just falls out of the sky.
Right. Yeah.
Well,
No,
were they invading Florida where it's humid?
It's like they didn't really think this invasion through. They didn't do a lot of surveillance.
I like the idea the only places where those aliens gain a foothold is like the Southwest and the Sahara. Like they're doing fine there.
That's funny. If we're going to talk, like, typically when I talk about aliens, like the tinfoil hat goes on, because I fully believe that, like, they're out there, they've been here, and like I get really into those. Like I watch those like conspiracy videos on that all the time.
You're looking in the wrong place. They're not in space. They're in the space between spaces.
That was deep.
This is not a great episode for Nolan to have missed.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's not here. He said he was going to be late.
Well, he is late.
Technically.
Yeah.
You know, it's not a lie.
Liquid Fox for $5 Canadian says, okay. How about instead you do a Boston accent? Oh, wait, you're already doing that. LOL. Wow. All right. So it's fighting words then. This is not a Boston accent. This is straight up Jersey. All right. Regina Sharp says, calling Voldy Tom is kind of like calling Scipio Africanus Skippy. Maddie for $2 says, Bane singing Skinamarink from the Elephant Show. All right. Typically, it's going to be $5 to get an impression, but because it's the first night, Maddie, I'll do it for $2.
Skinamarinky dinky dink, skinamarinky doo. I love you. Skinamarinky dinky dink, skinamarinky doo. I love you.
What were the other lyrics? Hold on.
I
thought I knew
I
them
love
all.
you in the morning and in the afternoon.
Yes,
I love
I
you
love
in the
you
evening and
in the
underneath the moon.
morning and in the afternoon. I love you in the evening underneath the moon.
There you go. Hope it was everything you hoped it would be. Matt Murray for $5 says, Mama, yes, is the villain in the new Tron. 9 Inch Nails soundtrack is the only reason to see this movie. Oh,
Is
Mother
that true?
Anastasia from...
It's true, yeah.
Oh.
That's why she was bald for the press tour.
Oh no!
There goes any interest Lorne had is gone.
That actually does depress me. I was hoping there was a chance that I could like this thing.
Oh, now the galaxy doesn't take kindly to people like us.
Lauren looks so sad.
Yeah.
I think he's just reaching for a bubble.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
I still got the Running Man to look forward to, I hope.
Oh, she's in that too.
Star Wars is so
no.
patriarchal, so it was nice to have something that was so woman-centered. Gosh, that is the worst. That is like the single worst interview that's ever been given. Between her saying that and then the Jedi dude who was like Anakin blew up the Death Star twice.
Yeah, that actually hurts me. I didn't know that she was the villain in the new one. I assumed that it was just going to be Jared.
The funny thing with the Acolyte is, like, it was a cast that all claimed to be Star Wars superfans, and it was very clear that none of them had ever seen Star Wars before.
But I mean, that's typical. That's the press tour. You've got to try and hype up the movie. You've got to sound like you're one of us, you know?
Yeah.
And rarely, I think for most actors, the job is just a job. You know, they may be thrilled to be attached to something big, but to them, I mean, people used to ask me when I was younger, wouldn't you just love to be on the set or be a Jedi, a random Jedi in the background? It's like, no, I don't want to be, because
I want to watch it.
Yeah, it's like once you see how it's being made, once you're in the middle of it, it steals all of the magic out of it. You can't you can't pretend to be there anymore. And I imagine a lot of that is probably the same for the actors, unless you're Liam Neeson and Ewan McGregor in a lightsaber battle going zoom, zoom, because they still had a little bit of their inner child in them.
Yeah.
But for most people, it's just a job.
I mean, I'm trying to think of anyone in Star Wars that actually is a Star Wars super fan, other than like Sam Witwer was a huge Star Wars fan.
Hamill.
I don't think
Mark
even
Hamill.
him, really.
No, I'm talking about people that were a huge Star Wars fan when they like got cast in Star Wars.
Okay, I thought we were just talking about people who like having a lot of knowledge about Star Wars, or at least
Does Hamill have a lot of knowledge?
I think at least he knows his stuff. Like the stuff he was in, he knows that very well.
Yeah, I think that's right. He doesn't know hardly anything about the EU. He knows about Mara Jade and that he had a wife, but that's about it when it comes to that. But I think it's... I'm going to catch some heat here, probably. I think in a way, there is a reason why people at the studios, whether it's Marvel or Lucasfilm or wherever, say they don't want a fan coming in and being involved in the show. Now, I think you should have them in the writer's room, but they don't want to get shouted down by people that are doing other stuff. When you're a creative, you want to create. You don't want to adapt. And that's where I think a lot of this arrogance comes from, is that they missed the fact that the reason why it became popular is that we liked those stories.
Now, have you heard the story of how Sam Witwer corrected Dave Filoni on the Clone Wars?
Yep.
Fantastic story. So Dave Filoni is writing they're doing the table read for the story where Anakin sees his mother's spirit and introduces her to Padme for the first time. And Sam Witwer goes, "They've already met in episode 1." And Dave Filoni's face just fell because he didn't realize.
Yep. They had dinner together. Yep.
Let's see. Andre Adams for $10 says there is an AI series on social media about alien forces describing their traumatic experiences about Earthlings. That sounds funny. I would watch that.
Yeah, there's been a lot of short fiction that's done that. And I kind of think the SpaceWorks theory holds true. I always liked the idea of aliens being in awe of humans for domesticating cats because they're such apex predators, and it's like you're holding them in your arms and they're clawing your shoulder to death, and it's like, this is a pet to you.
One of my favorite Family Guy lines is it was Brian and another dog talking about a lady who was crying at her cat's funeral, and she goes, "Oh, she thought that thing actually loved her."
How far have you gotten into Star Trek Enterprise?
Me?
Yeah,
I'm not watching Star Trek Enterprise.
No, I just like ever.
I'm not. No, I'm going. I'm Next Generation first, and then I'll move on.
It's been years ago. I know I got a few seasons into it, but I didn't finish it.
It may be the last season when they start getting to know the Vulcans better. But at one point, one of the Vulcan ambassadors admits to Archer that humans scare them because humans were able to figure out warp technology and all these things that it took the Vulcans forever to do in about 40 years. And it took the Vulcans like 1,000 years to figure it out.
There's lots of fiction about that, is that we do incredibly reckless things. Yes. I've seen like a Facebook post that's talking about how aliens are marveling at the fact that they just strapped explosives into a tube and launched themselves beyond the atmosphere. It's like, yeah, that's kind of what we do.
All right, Liquid Fox for $5 Canadian says, "How about doing the Joker's dialogue with the cop in the interrogation room from The Dark Knight as Mercedes Monet?" Okay, I can do this. It's all right, Trish. It's short. "You know why I use a knife? Because guns are too quick. You can't savor all the little emotions. You see, in their last moments, people will show you who they really are. So in a way, I know your friends better than you ever did. Would you like to know which of them were cowards? There you go, Mercedes Monet. Or my version of Mercedes Monet, at least.
Which one of them were cowards?
I know you're going to enjoy this. So I'm just going to have to try and enjoy it a little bit more.
I just want my phone call.
That one was good. You just want me phone call.
It's not about money. It's about sending a message. And that message is that I want so much more money. Andre,
where's the Italian?
Where's the Italian? Oh my goodness. Andre has one that goes, Fox, you sick bee.
I read that like South Park.
Oh my word. I guess they say better.
Am I late?
I told you.
He wasn't there.
Oh, thank you for that, Nolan.
You're welcome. What'd I miss?
Actually, they said you would like
conversation about aliens.
Dang, that sounds like the most fascinating convo ever. What about
so we
him?
got asked a super chat question about what is more likely to exist, aliens or Bigfoot.
What if Bigfoot or aliens?
You just blew my mind, Nolan Thunder.
Did you use Bigfoot in the plural?
He did.
They don't like the term big feet. It's very offensive to their kind.
I thought there was only one.
Yeah, I think it's just one.
Aren't they?
No, there's several. Think about the
is it one and it's immortal? Like, because Bigfoot's been around for forever.
Bigfoot, why couldn't it be immortal? Like, why is that a ridiculous thing?
Because there's nothing that's immortal in like nature.
Let me introduce you to the tardigrade.
Yeah,
the shark.
No, the little itty bitty things that can't be killed. They survive in space.
Water bears. You've never heard of these?
No.
They are functionally immortal. They can survive a nuclear blast. They have been frozen and survive for decades. They can survive in the vacuum of space. You just put them in water and they reconstitute.
Do they ever like die of like age?
I know that they have died. I don't know what mechanism it was that killed them, though.
But we have people working on that because we have to be able to kill everything.
Yes,
as I mentioned.
But like, isn't there like a species of shark in like the northern Atlantic?
Shark in Greenland that they think has been alive since the late 1600s.
Yeah,
the northern sharks. Yes.
Oh, are you one of the northern sharks?
Across the street, Timmy. It's one of those northern sharks. Oh my goodness.
It's going to be amazing when we meet a Bigfoot for the first time and it turns out to be immortal and speak like Christopher Lambert.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hold on. Regina Sharp for 5 says Bigfoot is an SCP and they are a race. Apparently, Marvin has successfully avoided Star Trek Discovery. I have. Is it bad?
What, SCPs are
really bad?
Yeah.
I think he meant the show.
The show,
right?
Star Trek Discovery.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen Discovery.
Oh.
I try to take it out of my brain.
The mechanism that they used for travel was a tardigrade.
Oh, that was the mushroom drive?
Well, whatever they called it.
Liquid Fox for $2, bringing us to $2.45. Says, I should have saved that for when Apollo is here. Yeah, probably. But, yeah, so Nolan, you got me thinking now that Bigfoot might be part of an alien race.
According to William Schweikert, Bigfoot is part of the alien race that lives in the space between spaces.
What?
They're all connected. We're all energy, man.
This has been a fascinating episode of this show.
Claritin has made me particularly unable to process that statement. The space between
Okay, so here's the thing. I was looking up like warp in Star Trek to see if it's actually like theoretically possible. Apparently it is, but the problem is when you travel at the speed of light, the closer you approach the speed of light, the faster time goes outside of the bubble. So essentially, if you travel at the speed of light, hundreds of years will pass outside your vessel. So warp essentially is the concept of the ship is actually staying still and it's space that moves around it.
Yeah, I've seen some simulations on how it would be done, and the amount of energy that it takes is staggering to bend space in such a way that what's in front of you is causing you to move forward.
Right.
Like one of the models they have sort of builds up space behind you as if you're going downhill, and then there's almost negative space in front of you.
It's like creating a vacuum in front of you that's sucking you forward.
Right.
Except you're already in a vacuum.
So I'm trying, I think the thing that I read said that if a warp capable spaceship were to exist at with our level of tech, it would have to be the size of a planet in order to function, to generate the amount of energy that's needed.
I really wish Photon Empress was here right now.
I do too, for so many reasons. But no, yeah, Photon Empress does work for SpaceX, so Photon Empress and I had an amazing conversation about alien life one time. So, hold on. William Schweikert says, "Is the tardigrade bad? Are you kidding? Or is Discovery bad? The tardigrade is the alien beast used to plot a course in the Spore network." Oh, right.
And
yeah, no.
If I remember right, this was actually the subject of a lawsuit because Discovery came out and introduced the Spore Drive and the tardigrade, and it turns out that this was ripped off from a game that had been published. And so
really?
they got a lawsuit for them for essentially plagiarism.
Wow. Could you imagine you plagiarize and the show is still that bad? Because I was confusing Discovery and Enterprise. I've never seen Enterprise. Discovery, I watched up through the season where they go to the future. And when they go to the future, I was like, you know what? Maybe this will be good. Because they're in a new future where nobody knows anything. So Mikey Spock can't just know everything and be the best at everything. But then they made it in the show where Mikey Spock shows up in the future years before the actual ship gets there. So she's the best at everything in the new future by now. And that was when I was like, I'm done.
How about them Klingons?
Oh, it was so bad. The Klingon.
If Roddenberry had his way when Next Generation was being made, the Enterprise would have had a tank of dolphins on board.
What?
As navigators, because as he put it, dolphins navigate in 3 dimensions, and so they'd be good for navigating a ship.
Would they have been intelligent speaking dolphins?
I'm not really sure about that. But the thing is, we also navigate in 3 dimensions because space is 3 dimensions. So,
okay. So there's no money in Star Trek, right? There's no currency.
There's credits.
Press Latinum.
Yeah. Well, the Federation has credits. Everybody else uses Latinum. Gold Press Latinum is the standard.
All right. So I thought it was like the Orville where there's just no money.
Wait. Didn't in First Contact they make a point that they did away with money? When was there credits in Star Trek?
Whenever they're ordering at 10 forward, they're using credits.
Weird. Okay. I always thought they just got them on the house. Huh.
Oh, yeah. No. The socialism
the dolphins are in lower decks.
Okay. Yeah. Sequest had dolphins too. But yeah.
Oh, yeah, it did.
I have a pet theory that all that socialism crap is just Picard as this effete elitist European wants it to be that way, and so that's how he tells people it functions?
I like that theory. You know, on Tooney Talk Wrestling this week, in the beginning of the show, I opened it up and I was like, guys, you know, we're a little shorthanded this week, but we carry on. And then I went, we carry on. And everybody was like, really, Marv, My Chemical Romance? And I was like, oh, these people would have really hated me if they had met me in an earlier part of my life.
Who in the world complains of someone singing My Chemical Romance? Like, who
Apparently my
complains
wrestling
about that?
audience does.
You were emo?
Oh no, I was emo and goth. Like, I was everything. I was
You have the hair that was like covering
yeah.
your
So
eye.
so people are always like, we need pictures of like Teen Mo Marv, and I was like, they don't exist because I was not allowed. Like my parents would not allow me to dress like gothy, so I would literally hide like clothes at my friend's house where I would go after school. And then like change and like wear the clothes I wanted to wear when I was hanging out with my friends, and then change again before I went home. And no pictures were ever allowed, because if my parents had ever seen it, I would have been deader than dead. I would have been deader than disco.
Nothing's
This is just
edgier
like a
than
bit.
hiding your real self.
Yeah, it's what I
This
had
is
to
just
do.
like a bit from an aughts cartoon. I need to send you that after the show. I can't remember the name of the show. I'll find it. It's just like this.
No, I mean I liked My Chemical Romance. I mean I liked all that kind. I was big into
Good man.
Yeah, like
I don't trust people who don't like My Chemical Romance. I don't.
right. I heard that they're doing concerts again, and I hate concerts. But even then, I was like, break out my eyeliner. Like,
I thought I'd never get to see them in my lifetime, and they're back, and I'm
back.
going at some point.
yeah, no, I would never go to a concert though. I hate concerts. Like hate concerts. No, don't look at me like that, Trish. They're
I get
loud.
them not being your thing, but like hate, like thrice hatred.
Yes,
What?
I hate being at them. It's not like I don't want them to exist. I just don't
I
want
don't
to be
know.
a part of
Sounds
it.
kind of like that to me.
No, like I don't like going to wrestling shows either. Everyone's like, "Oh, go to
Wants to
WrestleMania." I'm like that.
eradicate.
I was like, going to WrestleMania sounds like my darkest hell. Just
Although-
shoulder to shoulder with other people, loud stuff. People are standing up. I'm just like, can't we just sit? Can't we just sit like civilized people and enjoy the thing in front of us?
I will say that the industry is doing a good job of making it so that people no longer go to concerts, but
Oh, why?
Station for a different day,
Ticketmaster?
amongst other things. But yeah, it's very expensive to go to a concert now.
I want Ticketmaster investigated.
As do I.
I haven't been to many concerts in my life just because it's just always such an unpleasant experience. Even like when I go to like sport, if I would go to like a sporting event or something like that, I don't like cheer or like I don't know. I guess I'm just like I don't like to like yell and cheer. So like
Marvin,
I knew a guy who was my friend at the time. He brought me to a soccer game, and I said, "Look, I need to warn you before we get here. I'm not going to cheer or stand up or any of that. That doesn't mean I'm not having a good time. I take in things differently. I sit, I watch, I enjoy things quietly. I'm like a Japanese audience. But like afterward, apparently he was all offended that he's like, oh, he just sat there the entire time. And I'm just like, I'm watching it.
The music I go to, everyone's the age where they just want to sit there, quite honestly. You know?
Hey, everyone
Who has the
enjoys
energy?
entertainment in different ways, and if that's how you enjoy it, there's no reason why you can't just sit through the game if that's what you like.
Yeah, but the people in front of you stand up.
One of those fancy chairs that elevate.
Well, that was the thing. Like I always say, like before like a fireworks show or something like that, everyone usually just like sits on the ground. And then when the fireworks show starts, everybody stands up. And I'm like, why? We had a good thing going here.
Actually, I don't get that one. Just stay sitting. It's up.
Right? Like, we're
Fireworks are
already
literally
seated.
in the sky.
We're already
You know?
seated. The fireworks are in the sky. Like, just stay sitting. And then, nope, no, everyone's got to stand up.
If anything, you should lay down and just look up.
Oh,
Get a good view.
Man, that would be the most amazing thing ever, watching a fireworks show while laying down.
Seems logical to me.
It does seem logical. Trish, you're like a Vulcan.
That's not the first time I've heard that. Seriously, it's not.
Or it's not. You're friends with Kevin.
And not even from him. That's the best part.
Andre Adams for 49 says, hold up. Marv was a closet goth. We just going to skip past this. Hey, man, we were all kids once.
No, I wasn't.
No. The only thing I didn't do, I never smoked. So I wasn't like one of those goth. I wasn't one of those goth kids that was like, life is pain, take a drag of your cigarette.
Welcome to the Black
What?
Parade.
You didn't want to
everyone.
get the chain smoker voice?
I smoked cigars in high school.
Well, no, I have asthma, and so like I get really bad bronchitis when I get sick. So I just never smoked. Like I never picked it up. Also, I watched my great uncle like literally like wither and die from cigarettes, and people were like, if you breathe this in, eventually it will kill you. And I was like, oh, I'm not going to do that then. So did you say you smoked cigars in high school?
Yeah. My dad was a big cigar smoker, and he didn't mind if I had a couple.
I would do cigars, but I would just like not inhale.
Well, yeah, you don't inhale a cigar.
My grandfather did.
Yeah.
My grandfather would be like, because with my grandfather, he was like, I don't inhale them. And I'm like, why is the smoke coming out of your nose?
That's actually a trick you can do. That it doesn't go into your lungs, but there's a way you can do it where it passes back out through your nose, and you actually can taste a little more, engaging your nose that way.
Liquid Fox for $2 Canadian says, so you were Buffy Gilmore growing up, Marv? I guess so. I don't. Go ahead, Trish. I can tell this is like.
Well, I'm guessing the Buffy is like, vampires are, of a gothic, dark nature. The Gilmore. The thing is, I don't think it's totally inaccurate.
How so?
I was get it.
Like, which Gilmore would I? You're not. If you're saying I'm was like Lorelai, then we have a problem because she's the worst human being that's ever lived.
I don't know. Rory got pretty sucky towards the end. I would rather have hung out with.
Well, yeah, she started acting like her mother.
Also, Lauren needs to go. I don't want to hold him hostage with our Gilmore Girls talk.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Lauren.
I appreciate it. Take care, guys. I had fun. I'll see you all again soon.
See you, Lord.
Bye, Lord.
I feel bad. I didn't see that he had to go.
It's okay. I have the our chat on, so I just be like, I need to drop. Yeah, no, Rory got lay.
Oh, when she's whose fault was that, Trish?
I don't know, because there was the whole part where she was fighting with her mom in the most petulant way possible.
Because whose fault was it? It was Logan's fault.
Don't.
No,
it wasn't my fault.
Nothing in that was Logan's fault. It was her
Logan's
idea. He told her not to take the job with his dad. She didn't listen. It was her idea to steal the yacht, and it was her idea to drop out of Yale. Don't blame that on Logan. None of that is on Logan.
And his friends brought that side out of her, and then they created a monster that then they became uncontrollable.
Nope. This is how you're like Rory. You're not taking responsibility for it. Nope. You just made yourself Rory Gilmore.
I am not Rory Gilmore.
Congratulations.
Take it back.
No. I will defend Logan Huntsberger till my last breath. No, he didn't do that to her.
Yeah, burgers.
His crime was being rich.
Scary movie, you cretins. That's what Buffy Gilmore was from.
Oh, I think I saw that when it came out, and then that was it.
Was that Shannon Elizabeth in Scary Movie?
Might have been.
Ooh, they mentioned Scary Movie, and now I'm thinking of Mandela Effect.
Did you guys see the Wolverine trailer?
No,
I have not seen it yet. It's been chaotic.
You want to give it? You want to see if we can try to watch it?
Is this the game trailer?
Yeah, as long as it doesn't get me demonetized. Will you two be kind to us and let us watch a movie?
Yeah.
There's
no, it allowed it yesterday when I did the live stream during the PlayStation Live. So.
Oh, good. Well, they were nicer than Nintendo was to our TGP stream.
I had to mute one section of it because of music, but so here it is.
Hey. Ooh, 17 plus.
fighting longer than I can remember.
Now these guys look like Reavers, which to me that means Deathstrike.
Okay, yeah.
I'd like to say I'm not a violent man. The trouble just has a way of finding me. But
that was pretty nuts. That was pretty nuts. Like, it looks like they've got like the violence aspect of the character down.
Yeah.
And I like the costume.
His design is fantastic. It's not everyone can make the yellow suit work, and it's nice to actually see them kind of embracing in this day and age for once.
Yeah.
Recycle?
Doesn't matter where I go. How far I run.
Now, that place right there where he was jumping over, that looks like Madripoor. So,
Okay. The design is beautiful.
Here's Omega Red. Which, I mean, that's a classic Wolverine villain. So I'm all for that.
Good.
He looks good.
That's always waiting. Just not for me.
All right,
There's
so
Mystique.
there's Mystique. Now, some people are saying that she's ugly. I don't know. I don't know. What do you think?
She doesn't look bad. I saw an image online, not to get too blue here, but it seemed like her butt got a bit nerfed. And it's like, well, we can have all the gore in the world, but you can't show a woman's butt. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, God forbid a woman's sexy.
Does she look like Lauren Hutton but blue?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
There's the white girl.
Honestly, doesn't look too bad. I expect a bit more. Wow, here I am on reviewing the butt here, but it could be better. But sweet baby, so better by their standards, I guess.
Because I ain't no hero. I'm Wolverine.
It actually looks like a pretty good trailer.
It was. Oh, Sentinel.
Oh.
So yeah, I like the trailer. I thought it looked decent. We'll see.
Honestly, I think it looks much better than pretty much everything I've seen out of Spider-Man 2. Am I wrong on that?
Yeah, I think it looks better than that. Yeah. No, I was very excited for Spider-Man 2 when it came out. So,
did that Park Place have an article about Wolverine today or last couple of days?
Yeah, yeah, it went today.
I thought so because I'd been reading through the site, and did they originally have him using health packs?
I didn't see health packs.
Okay, because I thought I had seen where
that would be the dumbest thing ever for a Wolverine game. Like the one game where like the regenerative healing would actually make sense.
Mm-hmm. I think I saw it. Maybe reading the article on that Park Place took me other places as well, but then the game originally had him using health packs and throwing knives.
I did not. I didn't write that.
Okay.
That was that was so I want to see what traversal looks like, because I don't think it's gonna be open world, because there's like you go to Canada, you go to Japan, you go to Madripoor. So I'm just hoping it's not episodic the way that like the Avengers game was, because that game was awful.
The only Warner Brothers, let's make it live service.
The only Avengers game I've played was the Lego one, and that was pretty fun.
The Lego games are super fun.
Yeah,
that woke Trish up.
Yeah, I can chime in about Lego games. Yes,
I'm super psyched for this new Lego Batman game.
It looks good, dude.
I'm almost, I would say I'm like 99.9% sure I will at some point in the future play that.
Yeah, some people are actually saying like it's going to be like the spiritual successor to the Arkham games.
I could see that. It's basically giving us the best of all worlds as far as Batman goes. They just got to make sure they're not just showing you all the best stuff in the trailer and then they're done. Because I know there's been some concern about perhaps there's something about there only being like 7 playable characters compared to the other games, you know, where there's like a million. But if the gameplay is good and it's justified because they're just going to make a bunch of fun gameplay styles, even if it's only 7, I can get behind that if it plays like an Arkham game. I think that could be really fun.
Yeah.
Well, and if it's like every other Lego game, essentially there are only 7 characters and then they reskin them all.
True. Very true.
True. All right.
The DC supervillains had a lot.
Oh yeah, by sheer number there's a lot, but the way the characters each function, this one interacts with these things and this one interacts with these things, and then you reskin it 5 times, and that's how you end up with 100 characters.
Yeah. Something like 200. Again, to your point, I don't know how many like off the top of my head, but it was like 200 because I'm the person that likes to collect things in games. Like I'm that person that they make that stuff for. So I was like trying to go around finding all the people. It was a lot. It was a lot.
Well, I'm running out of energy, guys, so I think we probably need to call it there. But Nolan Thunder, tell the fine folks what you're up to and where they can find you.
Okay, well, I have some good news here. Very soon here, as in it should be uploading right now, That Game Place is going to be dropping a brand new video on Doug Bowser retiring as the president of Nintendo America. He announced that he's going to be retiring later this year. We have a bunch of information. Me and Vash sat down a bit and talked about his successor, what to expect from her. So we have a video literally dropping tonight on the topic. And then on Saturday, you can catch us for That Game Place live at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I know Julia in the chat was talking about that, so thank you, Julia, as always. And if you want to see me talk about internet mysteries and video game mysteries in a documentary format, you can find me over on my YouTube channel at Nolan Thunder on my series Lost in the Files.
Awesome. Martin Stone, what you got going on?
Well, this week, Lost Guys recorded a Martin episode, so it's going to be low rated. But
it was fun.
Oh no, we had a great time doing it.
We did.
But
People
it's the Trish episodes that get crazy traction.
Oh, I mean,
evidently people want to hear 3 grown men talk about Jim and Maxie.
Is that one doing really well?
But this episode was all about my love of architecture. We're calling it Somehow Beauty Returned. And you'll get to listen to us gripe about how ugly buildings are and how we don't have to live that way anymore. You can find it
for like an hour.
Yes. You can find it on That Park Place, the channel, as a member exclusive. And then in a few months, or a few weeks, couple of months, it'll be on T3PO, where we put them out for free 8 weeks or so later.
And Trish, what do you got going on? Nothing. Yeah, all right.
I've got Claritin going on up here, so I'm.
All right, guys. Well, don't forget tomorrow night at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you check out Late Night with Lauren and Apollo over on the WW Pro channel. I will not be on that episode because I am going to be. I actually have plans tomorrow night, which is weird.
Which is
so.
Weird.
Yeah,
in your face, Lauren and Apollo.
No, but yes, make sure you guys check out Lauren and Apollo tomorrow night. I'm sure it's gonna be a great show. All right, thanks to everyone who chatted tonight, everyone who super chatted. We fell short of the goal, but there's always next time. So for all of us here at the Tooney Town channels, I'm Marvin the Movie Monster. Now get out of here.
Thank you everyone for tonight. This has been such an amazing week. Thank you, Lauren.
Now, Perry the Platypus, feel the wrath of my thank you-inator! Thank you, you piece of trash.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you!
I suppose you want me to say thank you. Well, you know what? Saying thank you is like jobbing. Thank you! I got a little message. Thank you. Ooh, yeah. Oh, thank you! Oh, thank you! Thank you! Thank you! Thank you! Thank you! Thanks? For what?
Hi-ho from all of us here at Tooney Town. Thank you.
And viewers like you. Thank you.